are too. And I'm so glad that you are here with me at Extended Story Time. So let's get up and sing a song. Now I would like to sing Mr. Sun. And that's what I want to start off with today, because you know why? When I woke up this morning, the sun was shining so nice and bright. But as the day continued, it started to get cloudy. Now, whenever in the past the boys and girls would sing Mr. Sun with me, on a day when the sun was kind of hiding behind clouds, not on a rainy day, of course, but when it was just hiding behind clouds, it would peek out as if to say, here I am. Okay, so let's see if we can make that happen today. And I will let you know if that does happen later on when I am talking with you. Okay, so stand up with me, and let's get ready to do Mr. Sun, okay?
Oh, Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, please shine down on me. Oh, Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, hiding behind a tree. These little children are asking you to please come out so we can play with you. Oh, Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, please shine down on me.
Can you tap a foot? Just tap one.
Please shine down on me.
Okay, now switch to the other foot.
Hiding behind a tree. These little children are asking you to please come out so we can play with you. Oh, Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, please shine down on me. Oh, Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, please shine down on me. Oh, Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, hiding behind a tree. These little children are asking you to please come out so we can play with you. Oh, Mr. Sun, Sun, Mr. Golden Sun, please shine down on, please shine down on, please shine down on me.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope Mr. Sun decides to peek out later. Okay, we'll see. All right, so let's get started. Next up is the calendar. You can sit back down and I will be right back so we can talk about it. Okay, time for the calendar. And boys and girls, you are not going to believe this, but as soon as we finished singing Mr. Sun and I went to get the calendar ready, the sun peeked out. It was so surprising to me. I said when we sing that song together, the sun likes to say, hey, here I am. So I guess it did. All right, so here's the calendar. And it may look familiar, but it may look a little different. It is a new month. It is the second month of the year. The magnet is missing. I put it up here. The month is February. Can you say that with me? February. It was January, but all of those days are finished. So now we have a new month. So I put that month on the top of the calendar. The month is February. Now, February and January are different because if you remember, I told you January had 31 days. Well, if you look at February, February only has 28 days. It is 3 days less than January. So we're going to count these numbers in a little while. So I want to first say the months with you. I'm going to say them and I would like you to repeat them after I say them, okay? The first month, January. Now it's February. Are you saying it? Good. March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Okay, those are the 12 months of the year. And our calendar also tells us the days of the week. Do you remember them? Can you repeat them after I say it? Ready? Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay, we said them. Now let's sing them. I'll point to them, okay?
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, the days of the week.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, the days of the week. Start each day with a smile, make each day full of fun. So let's make each and every day a very, very special one.
Sure, why not?
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday, the days of the week, the days of the week, the days of the week.
All right. That was very, very good. Okay, so we reviewed the months of the year and we reviewed the days of the week. Okay, now I want to count with you the dates of the month, okay? February has 28 days. So let's start with 1 and try to count all the way up to 28. And remember, if you don't know what the number is, it's okay. Just stop saying them and listen, and you will start to learn them. Okay, ready? If you can say them with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and 28. And that is the last day in February. Okay, now I'm not going to say what day of the week it is or what the date is because you may be watching me on a different day of the week or date from when I was here in the library talking to you. So you can always ask whoever is home, what is the day of the week today and what is the date? I know it's February because we have lots of days in February. So one of these is the day that you are watching. Okay, our calendar also lets us know about the weather. Now remember what I said? When I woke up it was sunny and then it became cloudy? Well, you know what? I want to put the sunshine up today. I'm hoping that the sun peeks out a little bit more. So here is the sun, and I'm going to put my magnet around sunny. Today's weather is sunny, even though it's a little bit cloudy in between too. Okay, now the season is still the winter. And I don't know if you could see the magnet for February, but February has lots of snowflakes on the side of it. So maybe during the month of February, we are going to get a little bit more snow. That usually happens during February, but you can never be sure until you wake up and look out the window, right? I hope you're doing that. Okay, The season is the winter, and the year is 2021. 2021. Okay, I think we went over everything that our calendar can tell us. So let's sing the letters of the alphabet. Okay, the letters are here. Do you remember which ones we did so far? Okay, but we are not going to do a letter today. We're going to do something a little different. But we're going to sing the letters first because I still like to review them with you. Are you ready? I'm going to point to them 3 times, remember?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I've sung my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I've sung my ABCs. Next time, won't you sing with me? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I've sung my ABCs. Tell me what you think of me.
Well, I think that you were terrific for trying to sing those ABCs with me. Okay, now I said we're not going to do a new letter today because I have something else I would like to do for you, with you, just for today. But let's just go over the letters that we already did, and let's see if you remember the project, because the project starts with the letter. Okay, so we did the letter A, and what was our project? Do you remember? An apple. Apple begins with the letter A. We did the letter B, and do you remember what our project was for B? A bumblebee. B begins with the letter B. And then we did the letter C, and do you remember our project for C? For C, we did a cat. Cat begins with the letter C. And then we did the letter D. What was the project, do you remember? A donut. A donut begins with the letter D. And then we did the letter E. And do you remember the project for E? Elmo. Sure, Elmo's name begins with E. And then we did this letter, the letter F. And what was our project for the letter F? We did a fish. Okay, super duper. Okay, so, as I said, we're not going to do another letter project, but we are going to do a project, and I will be right back so we can find out what it is. Okay, boys and girls, I said our project today is not going to be one of the letters, but it is going to be something fun. And we need our calendar so I could explain it to you. At the beginning of February, there's a day that people talk about, and that day is called Groundhog Day. It happens to be February 2nd, right over there. And I would like to explain to you what Groundhog Day is. But first of all, do you know what a groundhog looks like? It's a little animal. Do you know what it looks like? I'm going to show you a picture. I have a picture of a groundhog right here. Kind of furry, right? He doesn't look like a squirrel, but he's a little furry. He's a little chubby, I guess, if he has enough to eat. He certainly is. He is a little chubby little fellow. This is a groundhog. So a groundhog lives in a burrow for the winter. And a burrow happens to be a hole in the ground that he digs a long path, and at the bottom of it is where he sleeps for the winter because it's cold out and he wants to stay warm. But on Groundhog Day, which is February 2nd, the groundhog climbs all the way up from his burrow, and he comes out of that hole and he looks to see if he sees his shadow. If the sun is shining, he sees his shadow, and then he runs back into the hole because that means that the weather is going to stay cold for 6 more weeks. It's going to be wintry weather, and it's going to be too cold to come out yet from his hole. But if he climbs up to the top and the sun's not shining and he doesn't see his shadow, well then he decides, maybe I shouldn't go back into my hole. I think the weather is going to change and start to become warmer earlier in the year. Well, we're not really sure about that. We still have to wait and see what the weather is going to be like. But that's the story behind Groundhog Day. Okay, so I always think it's fun to see if the groundhog really sees his shadow or not. And they say that on TV. You can watch TV and find out if the groundhog really sees his shadow. And I like to check if it's going to be cold or if it's going to be warmer. So let's do our project. I'm going to show you the finished project. Right here. It's a little groundhog. He's coming right out of his hole. And I guess maybe for this groundhog, it was sunny. He has on his sunglasses, but it was still very cold because it's February. He's wearing his scarf. Okay, so let's see how to make our groundhog project. So you're going to start off first with the groundhog's hole that he comes out of the ground in. And then you need to glue your groundhog sort of in the middle. You can put his body right in the middle of it. Oh, and I just noticed my groundhog's teeth are already glued on. I didn't realize that. So you have some teeth for your groundhog, and you can glue them right onto the space there. And then you have his sunglasses, and they go over there, right? Over his eyes, and they're 2 little heart shapes. And then you're going to put your groundhog's scarf on because it's still winter. It's February and it's cold. So he's wearing a scarf as well. Okay, and when you're finished, he will look something like that. Okay, and here's a color sheet. And the color sheet says, Happy Groundhog Day. And I colored mine for you so you can see what it looks like when it's finished. Okay, the groundhog is peeking out. This one's not wearing sunglasses though, right? He's coming out of the hole, out from his burrow, and it says Happy Groundhog Day. Okay, all right. Boys and girls, let's go over some sign language words. I'm not going to go over all of them with you. I'm just going to do a few, just for review, and let's see if we remember them. Okay, ready? Let's try this one. Can you do for me alligator? How about apple? Banana? Baby? Bath? Bird? Cat? Car? Clothes? Drink? Down? Elephant? Eat? Fun? Fan? And finished. Okay, we are finished. But now you can either pause the video and do your project and color sheet, or you can just sit and listen to the story because I will be right back to read it. The name of today's story is Groundhog Day by Anne Marie Pace. Valentine's Day was only 2 weeks away, and Moose was planning a grand party. "You need Valentine balloons," said Squirrel. "And Valentine cards," said Bunny. "And don't forget the Valentine hugs," pointed out Porcupine. "Everyone has to come to my party," said Moose. "Uh-oh," Bunny said. "That's a problem." "What's a problem?" Moose asked. "Tomorrow is Groundhog Day," Bunny said. "If Groundhog sees his shadow, he'll go back into his hole for 6 more weeks. He won't be awake on February 14th. "Good point," Moose said. "If we stop him from seeing his shadow, then he can come to my party." "I've got it," said Squirrel. "I'll sneak into his hole and change his calendar so he won't know it's February 2nd. Okay, there's Squirrel. He's got a plan. He's going to sneak into the hole. He sees Groundhog sleeping. He's going to change the calendar, and then he's going to run away. "Your chattering will wake him up," said Porcupine. "I'll blindfold him when he comes out." Okay, so that's Porcupine's plan. So Porcupine is over his burrow. He's going to wait for Groundhog to come out. He's going to put a blindfold on him, and then he's going to think that that Groundhog won't see his shadow. "Your quills might poke him in the eye," said Bunny. "I'll put up a tent over his hole." So there's Bunny. He's getting a tent. He's putting it up over the hole so that when Groundhog comes out, he doesn't see anything. He doesn't see his shadow, and he'll stay out of his hole. "He'll know he's not outside," Moose said. "I'll sit on his hole so he can't come out at all." Oh, there's Moose. He's sitting on Groundhog's hole so Groundhog can't even come out. "Calendar, Moose. Blindfold, Moose. Tent, Moose," bellowed Moose. The animals bickered all night long. They didn't notice the black sky turning gray. They didn't notice the pink light of the morning creeping over the hills. And they didn't notice Groundhog's nose twitching at the entrance to his hole. Until it was too late. Uh-oh, there's Groundhog. He sees his shadow. The animals watched helplessly as Groundhog dove back into his hole. "Wait!" Moose thundered. Groundhog's muffled voice barely reached the surface. "I need to stay down here. There are shadows all over the place up there." Moose was puzzled. "Groundhog, are you afraid? Is that why you go back into your hole?" "You could say that," Groundhog called. "I didn't realize Groundhog was afraid of shadows," said Squirrel. "Me neither," said Porcupine. "Shadows aren't scary," said Bunny. "They are scary to Groundhog," Moose said. The animals sat quietly thinking. "Hey, Groundhog," Moose finally said, "what if we showed you just how awesome shadows are? I'll show you the way leaves blowing in the wind make shadows that dance." "I'll show you to draw silhouettes," said Bunny. "Look, you see Squirrel up there? His shadow is on the paper, and Bunny is tracing the outline. I'll show you how clouds cast shadows on the hill, said Squirrel. I want to show Groundhog my shadow puppet, said Porcupine. Look at that. Porcupine's making a puppet, and it kind of looks like a bunny. Dancing shadows, Moose said. Cloud shadows, Squirrel said. Silhouettes, Bunny said. Shadow puppets, said Porcupine. Wait, said Groundhog. He eased out of his hole. Can't we do all of them? They all sound fun. The animals spent the day showing Groundhog all the amazing shadows they could discover and create. Look at that. There's Moose's shadow, and there's Porcupine's shadow. There's Bunny's shadow. Oh, look what Squirrel did. Squirrel put some branches up high. Squirrel looks a little bit like Moose now. And there's Groundhog's shadow. And they were all fun, especially Porcupine's shadow puppets. Now they're trying to guess. It's a comb. It's a feather. It's a buzzsaw. It's sunshine. Finally, late that night, what a wonderful day, Groundhog said. But I really do have to go back into my hole now, he shivered. 6 more weeks of winter, you know. But you're not afraid of shadows anymore, Moose protested. Now you don't have to miss my Valentine's Day party. I may not be afraid, Groundhog said, but it is cold up here. But there aren't any balloons in your hole, said Squirrel. Or Valentine cards, said Bunny. Or Valentine hugs, said Porcupine pointedly. Nope, but my hole is warm, said Groundhog. He looked at his disappointed friends. We can at least have hugs before I go. Ground hugs all around, with a special Groundhog Day nose kiss for you, Porcupine. That works for me. Happy Groundhog Day, said Porcupine. Six weeks later, Groundhog emerged from his den just in time to don a green hat. Let's have a St. Patrick's Day party, he hollered. We're all here. All but Bunny, Squirrel reminded Groundhog. Where's Bunny? Groundhog asked. Oh, you know Bunny, Moose said. He's always holed up at this time of year. You see what Bunny's doing? Bunny is decorating eggs for Easter. Okay, that's the story of Groundhog Day. I hope you liked it. Okay, so one last thing to do, our ending song, and I'll be right back so we can do it together. Okay, boys and girls, let's end today with 2 songs. Let's do The Wheels on the Bus, and we'll do The Itsy Bitsy Spider. Ready? Okay, here we go.
The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all over town. The driver on the bus says, move on back, move on back, move on back. The driver on the bus says, move on back, all over town. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 swish. The wipers on the bus go swish, 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 all over town. The lights on the bus go blink, 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 blink. The lights on the bus go blink, 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 all over town. The horn on the bus on the bus goes wah, 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 wah. The baby on the bus goes wah, 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 all over town. The parents on the bus go shh, 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 shh. The parents on the bus go shh, 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 all over town. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all over town.
Very, very good. Okay, let's do the Itsy Bitsy Spider. You have to clap a little bit though in the beginning.
The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. The itsy bitsy spider went up the water spout. Down came the rain and washed the spider out. Out came the sun and dried up all the rain. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again.
Okay. All right. Boys and girls, that's it for today. Thank you for joining me for the extended storytime program. I hope you had fun. Until the next time, please stay well. Okay, be good and just have lots of fun. All right, I'll see you then. Bye.